Thank you for joining me for UBC Lunchtime News. It is the very first day of April, Fool's Day. Do not be conned. My name is Maureen Babidie. Let's get right into our first story. Prime Minister Robina Nabbanja has expressed concern over delayed roadworks, which she says they delay effective service delivery targeted by government. Nabbanja is on a working inspection of road construction works in Kampala metropolitan area. We have more.
Just a few meters away, this is where we lost people. Yes. And the effect is basically because of dumping.
Irresponsible waste management.
The president talked about it.
Yes.
I remember that was the time when we were officially launching, commissioning the other road.
Yes.
So, but now, what has happened has happened.
This is Salama, it goes with road. But now the impression I had at that time was that by now we should almost be done, say like about 3/4. So I am actually disappointed, to say the least. I'm very, very disappointed. Because if you see what's happening, it's like they were given a contract just yesterday. So what's the problem?
I think ideally this contractors...
This is the Chirud Road.
This is the Chirud Road. This is the same contractor who is doing industrial area roads. And he has 2 lots. In terms of performance, he has been struggling. On this one, he has promised that in the next 2-3 months, we will have put asphalt on 3 kilometers.
Where are the people you work with? Where are these Chinese?
They are coming behind. But according to the plan for this road, now we're doing
no, let me tell you, we agreed and brought the president here.
Yes.
The purpose was for us to use this road to service NAM. And non-allied movement was there in January 2024.
Now, for us, we got this contract in...
No, I'm going to look at the papers.
No,
you said 2023.
No.
You are a joker. When did you get this contract?
2020.
They started the 18th March 2023. 18th
No, we are here in
2023,
August.
yes.
No, 2023 December, that's when the
No,
contract was signed.
I want you to
There's something
appreciate
wrong.
that we are not happy.
We were handed over.
You are jokers.
No, for us, we got the contract.
No, you are jokers. You are jokers. We are not ready to work with jokers.
So they were given almost a year later.
I'm telling you, we are not ready to work with jokers. If you are a joker, don't come to our country.
Last year, we were in your office. In August. That's where.
In more news, the Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Thomas Tayebwa, has urged the people of Kisoro to rally behind President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni in advancing development across the district. Speaking at the launch of the church restoration project for St. Mary's Mutolere Parish, part of the preparations for the 2029 Mutolere Centenary celebration, Tayebwa emphasized the need for collective support of government initiatives. Take a look.
So the deputy speaker now 1 million mwaknya kanywana tutatanga kora so in the family.
The Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Thomas Tayebwa, encouraged local leaders to embrace government programs rather than engage in criticism, stressing the importance of progress over blame. Tayebwa further advised members of parliament from the Kigezi region to resolve minor concerns at the local level instead of escalating them to the president. Commending Kisoro residents for their continued support of the government, he called for unity, and to end the divisive politics. He underscored that political engagement should be driven by national interests rather than religious affiliations. The event was officiated by Right Reverend Kalitas Rubaramira, the Bishop of Kabale Diocese, who applauded contributors for their dedication to the Catholic Church.
General Mujira, 1 million. Major General Kasura, PS Agriculture, 50 bags of cement. The Cathedral of Uganda, 1 million. Emmanuel Yirinchindi, Muzukura Anga, 5 million. Worship area in Buchana, 1.5 million.
Former Inspector General of Police, General Kale Kayuhura, the head of mobilization for the project, announced a 500 million Uganda shillings contribution from President Museveni. He also praised Kisoro as a stronghold for the NEM.
It's not that individually we have money, but we have got the power of numbers. And we shall get that 2 billion from the highest to the lowest. Because Mutorere is very special through us who come from here, but also because the Catholic Church played a big role in the war of resistance in the bush.
With contributions from figures like Minister Henry Musasizi and King Caesar Mulenga, the project has raised over 1.4 billion Uganda shillings. Mary Namkose, Kate Atuzarirwe, UBC News.
Now, the National Identification and Registration Authority last night received production equipment for printing national identification cards as the country prepares for national identification update and validation. According to Peter Okwalinga, the equipment set to print 3,000 IDs per hour, which is nearest target to improve on the turnaround time to address the issue of delays during the validation exercise. Our reporter has more.
This particular equipment is for production of national IDs. It follows consignments that we got just a month ago. We got about 3 consignments for kits. The kits, and these kits have already been deployed to the field. They've also been vital in the training of registration assistants and registration officers. A number of them will be, of course, deployed at parish level to conduct the exercise that will soon start to register about 17.2 million Ugandans. As we talk right now, we have trained at least 10,000 registration assistants and registration officers. And what these people are going to do actually is to register Ugandans at parish level. In this exercise, we are doing twofold. We are doing one, mass enrollment. Mass enrollment involves registration of people who have never registered for national IDs. It includes even infants. A child who has just been born can be registered to get a NIN. It also includes carrying out certain updates. For instance, you have someone who obtained a NIN when they were still young, but now they have attained 16 years and above of age. So their data needs to be updated. Okay? And also we have people whose IDs have expired. So it targets such categories, mass enrollment and mass renewal of national IDs. But most importantly, this exercise will be done at parish level. However, we have certain procedures because we need to maintain the integrity of these procedures. They will only be done at district level, and they are change of particulars. In case there's someone who wants to change particulars on their national IDs, someone wants to drop a name. So these are things that we shall not be doing at the field.
In more news, people of Maracha district are distancing themselves from politicians who will want to woo them or vote through telling lies. They say many politicians come to solicit for votes from them by making empty promises which are not fulfilled in the 5-year term. This was during the consultation by Nelson Uhuru, one of the upcoming contestants for Member of Parliament in Maracha County and a National Resistance Movement ticket, who looks at youth and women empowerment as a critical matter to be addressed in Maracha.
Politicians in Maracha, most of them are liars. They come to receive vote from us that if you vote for me, next time I will do this and this for you. But after we elected them, they don't turn back to us until 3 to 4 years.
Challenges here. No good roads, no proper schools. Schools are very far from our coverage. No good bridges in our area. They should observe those. The drugs are not there. The drugs are not enough to cover the population.
My primary goal was to educate the youth in that, to promote skills in Maracha, in that instead of going back to traditional tobacco, let us devise other means to survive. Let them learn so that we give them a long-term goal where they can be able to support their livelihood or their families.
Police in Kisoro recently arrested 4 demonstrators, including Nyakabande Sub-County LC5 Councillor Godi Rukala, for protesting against the deteriorating state of the Mutolere Nyakabande Road. Others detained include Tao Tavuga Boniface, LC2 Chairperson Gasiza Parish, Naris Kuitonda, and Africano Manishimwe.
But intimidating us with guns will not help you, police. I'm telling you, people, the problem is the road.
Kisoro District Police Commander Ben Nwamanya Kashumbusha says the arrested protesters against the deteriorating state of the Mutolele Nyakabande Road had neither sought police clearance nor followed legal procedures and were instead engaged in road damage.
Lured into acts of violence, legal demonstrations. As we are entering into a political period, most politicians like luring people into politics of violence.
Kashumbusha confirmed that the arrested individuals would be released on a 3-day bond on the condition that they repair the damage caused. Failure to comply would result in legal action.
They monitor the restoration of the parts of the road which were destroyed, because they will be reporting here on bond. We are going to give them bond of 3 days as we monitor.
However, Kisoro District Chairperson Abel Bizmana criticized the arrests, asserting that the protesters were merely exercising their rights.
What they made wrong was to block the road. I agree with you and me. They did something wrong. But they also are very tired. And the purpose of calling you is to call you and come and listen. Even if they help you to remove the stones themselves.
He reminded authorities that the road had been slated for tarmacking in the NRM manifesto, but was never constructed. Bizmana also denounced those campaigning against the NRM, reaffirming Kisoro's unwavering support for President Museveni.
Very loyal, and we have always been peaceful in telling the authoritarian power what we want. But now we are being taken for granted that after all we shall vote 100%.
Tao Tavuga Boniface echoed Bizmana's sentiments, stating that the road's neglect had prompted residents to demand accountability.
And the LC1 was our cancer. Was some opinion leaders here. This man, a police officer, has branded them bad.
Other residents expressed frustration over the poor state of the Mutolele Nyakabande Road, citing frequent accidents and challenges in transporting patients to Mutolele Hospital.
In another report, Rotaract Club of Kololo is addressing delays at a government school with over 1,000 students. The club plans to give a hand through construction and has also organized a medical camp for local residents, enhancing both education and healthcare services. Our reporter Semambo has more.
Thank you, President Museveni.
So we are here since the Rotaract Club came to Navulu, Qatar. They started to construct for us a new kitchen. We had a small kitchen, so whereby it is not enough according to the number which we have.
Being a club engineer, I've been the person behind the design and the construction of the state-of-art modern kitchen for this school, Naguru Katari Primary School. The reason as why the Rotary Club of Kololo embarked on taking on the construction of the kitchen is because we did the needs assessment and the survey. We realized that the school needs a kitchen. The existing kitchen was in a very bad state. It wasn't enough even to hold the capacity of the existing number of pupils in the school. So it would take almost about 2 to 3 hours to serve all the school pupils so that they eat food. So we realized that it is taking kids more time to get food and eat it than even the time they need to be in school.
As the third goal of Rotaract states that we need to emphasize the needs and concerns of our communities. Here today at Naguru Katari Primary School, where we are building a modern kitchen for the school, we also chose to come to this community and give back to them. And as a way of giving back to them, we chose to do a medical camp, plant trees to conserve the environment, educate children about child trafficking. We are also trying to empower our community in getting like innovations on how to make money and also conserve, as they are also conserving their environment.
Thank you so much for keeping it here on UBC Lunchtime News. We'll return shortly with business reports.
Come on, in my pocket, tambula body street, shoes are my target. We are what? Unstoppable. We are what? Unstoppable. I'm in a plantation, but on a global mission, internet ambition, full condition. We are what? Unstoppable. We are what? Unstoppable. Oro cash is gone, netaga yo kaloni, nigga mukafoni, money in the zone. We are what? Unstoppable. We are what? Unstoppable. We are good.
With you and MTN together, our ambition is unstoppable.
We are what? Unstoppable!
Step into a world of excellence, comfort and pride with Royal Form Furniture, crafted to perfection right here in Uganda. We bring you state-of-the-art living room furniture and bedding products at affordable prices. Our wide variety of mattresses include orthopedic, pillow top, spring mattresses suitable for institutions like hotels and many others for home comfort. With every piece telling a story of royal excellence, our products are built with the highest quality materials made to last. Experience royalty with Royal Form Furniture, proudly made in Uganda, so buy Uganda and build Uganda. Visit our showrooms at Ginger Road, Chambogo Junction, Bukoto Chisasi Road, and on Victoria Mall, Entebbe, on the first floor.
Amazina ganje Inyetekwa Seruhanga John Bosco ninduga mu district ya Rukungiri byo muhanguzi wa $1,016,600 na Uganda National Rotary nzahangwire kurwo mu kuzana star 278 hash nkafuna message eriko mu muhanguzi nashemererwa konka nabaza kugira ngo neri y'abafere sente ziriyo zona bakaziteka ko nazihangwira.
Uganda National Lottery. Dream, play, win.
Participants must be 18 years or older. Play responsibly. The Uganda National Lottery is operated by Ituba Uganda and regulated by the National Lotteries and Gaming Regulatory Board.
Kama nemo pocket, tambula body street, issues are my target. We are what? Unstoppable. We are what? Unstoppable. I'm in a plantation, but on a global mission. Internet ambition, full condition. We are what? Unstoppable. We are what? Unstoppable. Oro cash is gone, netagayo karoni, nigga mukafoni, money in the zone. We are what? Unstoppable. We are what? Unstoppable. We are good.
With you and MTN together, our ambition is unstoppable.
We are what? Unstoppable!
Welcome back from the break. Now on to our business reports. Minister for Finance General Duties Henry Musasizi has challenged certified public accountants in the Chigezi sub-region to leverage their expertise as a catalyst for institutional integrity and national development. The minister was addressing the inaugural annual general meeting of the newly formed CPA Uganda Chigezi Regional Members Network held in Kabale Municipality. Take a look.
About career guidance, Kabale for hospital, and he's going to tell us more about himself.
I therefore want to ask you, wherever you are, whether in the public sector, whether in the private sector, whether in self-employment, let's put the ethics we acquired from this training, let's make them help the organizations we serve. The integrity, the ethics that come along with this course, beyond the knowledge, is very important. I can steal, but if I steal, I will lose my membership at CPA.
Planning set up the student study center at UCC Kabale under CPA agency, so that our students are able to study from this side without covering far places, and to ensure that everyone understands CPA in our region. To motivate university students to pursue CPA after their bachelor's and diplomas, and also CPAs.
We're now taking you to a live press conference of Right Honorable Prime Minister Robin Anabanja addressing the nation on the state of road constructions in Kampala.
This is an abuse to pedestrians. I direct that those heaps of soils should be removed to give access to the communities that use that road. At least I'm happy that it is paved. Hope there is another layer that is supposed to be put on top. As there are two other layers. Yes. We need to know the timeline when those layers are going to be put. There is an old man's place on that road. You know this junction that is going to Nakurabye, then this junction that is going to Makerere, then that road where we stopped, where you put a box caravat. There is the owner of the other land. I can see you are also about to put, to seal that road. and leave that perimeter fence in the road. And yet we agreed that place will have 3 lanes. I don't remember the name of that old man. Do you remember where we stopped, me and you? In, was it? Where we met the pastor. I'm forgetting the name of the pastor. Ruere. Do you remember that that man is an old man who put his structure in the road? I can see you are almost putting the last layer of maram, but that place is supposed to be extended in. He built in a road reserve. Do you remember that place? We demand an answer. Basically, that's all the heaps of soils accessed by the communities, because there are some places which are high. You have left them hanging, and those communities must use the road, or unless when you say you don't want them to access the road. But we are making the road for the people. I'm so disappointed with the road of Sarama, Chirudu. Very disappointed. So we need an explanation from the contractor and you, engineer, why you made us take the president to that road. The president inspected that road, but now the road is as it was in 2023. I feel ashamed that we can make the president inspect a road and promise people that road will service our NAM conference up to now. And yet you have the money. Isn't that road that is funded by ADB? Don't we have the money? What is the problem? If the contractor is the problem, we look for a way of removing him from the contract. I'm being sincere to you, we cannot tolerate people who are not able. So let me hear from you, Madam Idi, the minister. If you need support from your engineers, I know you are new. Olimugole, I know you are new. If you need support from the engineers, they can help you. But we demand, when I was complaining, I saw you, engineer, you. In fact, it seems you are the problem of KCCA now. The other time I was talking about Luimbazi, I saw how when I left, I was in my car, I was seeing you comforting the contractor. You were comforting the contractor as if you were sharing. We know corrupt people. If you are corrupt, we shall handle you the same way. I remember commenting like this, and Luimbazi was seated there where you were. We are not ready to work with jokers. Kampala must shine. Kampala must have good roads. I saw you comforting the contractor. I said, what's wrong with this one? I thought he was our contractor. Are you the engineer for the contractor? I saw you. You know you have a tinted car. But whatever you said, I heard. Kari, let's hear from lady. Madam, I know you are as innocent as a baby. You are new, but I know you are smart. Thank you. Right. A few months are left.
Okay. 'Okay. 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 for giving us time to go with us and supervise works on these roads. Your observations, most of them are a reflection of what is actually happening on these roads. I'll talk to two things, then I'll invite the engineer to answer the others. On the issue of the heaps of soils on the roads, contractors here, you are aware we have had meetings with you severally on the issue of forward maintenance. Forward maintenance is clearly provided for in the contracts which you signed, and it is paid for. So neatness of works is what we have been emphasizing, and the Prime Minister has rightly observed that we have not yet become neat on our roads. The supervising engineers, this is something which has been high on the agenda. So we have no excuse but to give timelines on when we are able to clear those roads so that as we work, the pedestrians and motorists are able to use them safely. Because this money for you to maintain as you work is clearly provided for in the contracts which you signed. The other issue is somehow related to that, is the issue of having our roads look tidy and clean. Before you hand over the roads to KCCA, the issue of cleanliness, garbage collection along those roads is still with you. But as the Prime Minister rightly observed, we see some of these roads continuing to look really untidy and unhealthy for people who are living around them. We will have to hear from you on how we are going to handle this, because it has been in our minutes in the 2 meetings we have had with you. The issue of the old man, Right Honorable, the one who was supposed to be given money, the information I got when I tried to interrogate this matter is that the chief government valuer had valued it at around 40 million, but the old man wanted around 180 million. And when that was agreed, it was sent back to the chief government valuer, and he has not yet responded to us. The letter I saw to the chief government valuer was written in January. So we are going
Can
to...
I request that you invite the chief government valuer here? Who is here? Among the I can call him myself.
Okay, Right Honorable. I will now request the engineer to come in and talk about the issue of Salama Road, the delays we've had there, because when the Prime Minister was coming to supervise, we had to put it on the agenda because it is one of the roads which are an ache in whatever we are doing. And the contractor, the new timelines they gave us, even the one on Sir Apollo Kagwa Road, we need you to re-echo the new timelines for completing these works, so that by the time we leave this meeting, we know those are timelines we are working with. Please, engineer, come forward.
Thank you so much, Eugene. Right Honorable Prime Minister, first of all, I want to put it on record that I'm not corrupt. I am a very clean man. I worked in the private sector for over 20 years. I've been at KCC for 2 years. So, and the reason why I came to KCC is I didn't like how the city looks like. But that aside, these contracts, if you recall, Honorable Prime Minister, in around April, May, even when we came in, anyone will tell even before the previous administration that that's what was at the center of pushing these contractors. They know it. They know I'm a man of a no-nonsense guy. So it is painful to say that I'm really corrupt. I'm not. I will insist on that. Let me go to the specifics with the due respect.
No, you cannot say you are not corrupt. After I made my comments with the contractor, you comforted him. What does that show? It shows that you were pushing him to work at his own pace. Are you an engineer on the side of government, or you are an engineer for the contractor? And that is a sign of corruption. I will continue to call you corrupt until when we verify otherwise. I will continue to say and push you to do your work, because that's why I'm here. Are you happy with that road? You as a supervisor in the leader.
I'm very, very unhappy, more than unhappy.
Now, what does that mean?
I was struggling.
If you were in my shoes, what would you say?
I want to apologize, Honorable, for the perception you saw, but that is not what it meant. I was struggling with that gentleman.
The contractor is supposed to do forward maintenance.
I agree.
Has he done it?
He hasn't.
Isn't that corruption? I can arrest you. What does that show? You see, we came there to joke around. Has the contractor done forward maintenance? What is your role in this? If you think you are not ready to communicate, do it. Otherwise, you are making our government. For me, I'm not a joker. You joke with other people. I am in charge of government business. I'm not allowed you to make our government look dirty. That's out. If you have anything else to say, please tell us.
Thank you so much, Honorable. I want to apologize for the perception you have taken out of that, but let me go to the specifics of the issues at hand. I'll start with the Sabro Kagwa Road. The contractor we have for Sabro Kagwa Road and Salama is the same contractor we have for the roads in industrial area. In my experience, this contractor is overwhelmed. He was given, I think, more work than he was able to handle. But over the last couple of months from the time when you came in to support us, we have achieved quite some progress significantly. Relatively, though we don't want to be where we are. Specifically for Salama, in the recent recovery program which is submitted, he has promised that by the end of June, he will have given us 3 kilometers of paved roads. That's from the side of Munyonyo, already sealed with asphalt. And we are focused on pushing to ensure that that target is achieved in the next 3 months. In respect to
So I want you to talk about maintenance. We could not move. Imagine the people who are on that road daily with those potholes. Maybe if you have no answer, can I ask the contract? Because you are the one with ours.
No, we'll still explain.
Why isn't he maintaining our road? Isn't that corruption? Isn't he paid?
Honorable, we have written to the contractor, we have written to the consultant.
I don't want to hear your letters.
Yes. Salama, you need to, the contractor from Salama may have to speak. But allow me to say this, Mama. First of all, I want to thank you, Right Honorable Prime Minister, and my senior colleague of PCC and my ED, and all of you, for dedicating today for this support supervision. I want engineer you to know that much as this is not a code, but the truth is that we are very serious, very serious. That's why we have decided to put the whole day for, I mean, I'm supposed to be wearing a suit, but you see me on a khaki like this. I'm not a tourist. So for us to do what we are doing, we are answering to the people we promise to render services to as a government. The people of Kampala are disgusted. The citizens of who are residing in Kampala and its periphery are disgusted. They think we are not doing enough. So when I had the opportunity to share with the Prime Minister, I told Prime Minister, I know for a fact that a lot is going on, but some citizens don't know what is happening. Can you kindly, Madam Prime Minister, spare time? And then together with the leadership of KCCA and the engineers and the contractors, let's go and let the country know what we are doing. Because there are people who come from some one corner of the country, they sit in a jam for 6 hours. They come and work for 1 hour, and then they plan to go home. So our people in Kampala are spending their time earning a salary sitting on a jam. That's how serious the thing is. Then this one, Right Honorable, I was privileged to be with you, with a big team, and Hajat here was there, to take HD President. for a support supervision exercise on the Salama Road and the other roads that lead to Munyonyo. Yes, and the idea was that Salama Road was supposed, in the event that a guest collapses in Munyonyo, there was supposed to be an exit. That's why we also told the Minister of Health to work on Kirudu. There was some arrangement within Kirudu for evacuation of possible emergency cases.
Not only our listeners,
yeah,
including our people.
So we did that. And today to go there, I told you, I'm personally very disgusted with what I saw. Engineer, remember, immediately we crossed Entebbe Road. I asked the engineer, I thought we are in Salama Road. How come I'm still in a bad spot? He said, no, work has started from the other side. Work has started from the other. That's what you told me. I said, how come where we are, the spot is so bad already? When we're in Salama Road. No. They have started working from, even if they have started working from the other side, there is what they call forward maintenance. These people know, the moment you are handed a road, make sure that road is motorable. And that's the case all over. How come this is not the case here? The truth, Right Honorable, here in KCCA, this new leadership is promising hope. There is a lot of hope in this new leadership, especially this young friend of mine and our team. The team which was there before was outrightly corrupt. That's not a secret. I have invited here Engineer-in-Chief, Acting Engineer-in-Chief. You just raise your hand. This is the man who replaced Bagonza. The Acting Engineer-in-Chief, because we are under what we call the ITS program, Integrated Transport Infrastructure Services, and the Minister of Works chairs it. So we are responsible for these roads overall, while KCCA is the one supposed to be the implementer. So when it is poorly done, when it is not moving, we are injured. As a program, we are injured. So we have not come here again to listen to apologies and whatever. We want solutions. For example, you, China Railway, what? The ones of Salama. China Railway 18. Now we are supposed to be giving you so much work. There is supposed to be work where we are. Here, now this one is going to affect your reputation. Already, I can assure you it will be very difficult for you to get a new job when there is this problem. Kampala is the face of Uganda. You can do so much in Kisoro, do so much in Soroti, so much in Arua. If Kampala is not well done, the country will be judged very negatively. So we have a big stake here. It's not a joke. So, Right Honorable, there are two things that, for us, we will give support supervision to KCCA. I will be in touch with my political colleague almost every day, even if it means us meeting. We shall be doing some support supervision, sometimes without you, and then we shall come back to you where we need.
I want the engineer to tell us where his problem. I will not leave here to give me an answer.
Thank you so much, Honorable. I'm going to request the consultant, the supervising engineer for Salama and the contractor probably to at this point what we need to do to ensure these projects are moving as they should. And the new timelines to ensure that we get back on schedule.
Where is your problem? You may have issues. Tell us the issues.
What Right Honorable, where I started from is that, for example, if I may allow me to give context, in this project we have 5 contractors. The contractor for lot 1 has literally finished all the roads he has been doing. He's now left with that junction where we stopped, where there is that church. But he has finished all the roads. That is China State. So one would wonder why all these contractors were procured at the same time, but this one has been able to progress substantially. The one
China
of
State is where?
that,
Where is the contractor? Everybody is happy with you. Yes.
And that contractor was procured at the same time with the one who is doing Port Bell Road and Spring Road. But if you have been to Spring Road, you can see. We even went as far as firing the team leader for Spring Road. There was a lot of resistance from the bank which was giving us the money, but we managed to fire him so that we can get some of these projects to move. That is the one from Nakawa going to Luzira. That is ZCC, Zeja. Okay? So then you go to lot 3, the one doing Salama, doing the roads in industrial area. This is one contractor who has been struggling, but he has over 15 roads. He has the biggest number of roads.
No, we cannot continue like this.
Sierra 18. So you whip the engineer, you fire staff, but the contractor is just so sluggish.
I was told whenever he's given money, he goes to China. That's why I wanted the ambassador here. Whenever you are paid, you go to China. Spend the money there, and your people have no money to use on the ground. You will tell us. But that is the rumor which I want you to substantiate. Yes.
But I also blame this side, the one who gives the contracts. If you know that this one has 15 kilometers and the work is not good, why do you give him all those kilometers? That means there's something wrong with the contracts committee at KCCA, there is something wrong with the procurement committee at KCCA, and you have always complained about that. That wherever you say CCC, right honorable, let me tell you, as they are going to award these contracts, they hide as far as Masaka. They leave this place. Then these people find them there and bribe them. That's where the corruption starts from. I'm sure about that.
No, if you are sure, we arrest.
They go, they leave this place, they go to as far as Kalangala, and they sit there. Then this sponsor them.
Maybe
so that's when
maybe
the
they want
starts.
privacy. And
no,
quiet
not
places,
privacy.
But we shall investigate.
But that's where the problem starts from. From there, they award this one, he fails. They award the another, you fail. Then they award the third one, you fail. And you have always complained to these people. That's why do you keep on awarding these
Are you a
people?
member of the contract committee?
No, I'm not a member of the contracts committee. And these specific contractors were procured long before I came to KCC.
That's where the problem started from. That's where the problem started.
What do we do? Maybe let the contractor tell us. You wanted to say something. Come and help him switch on.
Thank you. Right Honorable Prime Minister.
Are you the contractor?
Yes, I'm representing the contractor.
You are the manager?
Yes, sir.
Are you happy with the situation?
If you can give me a chance to explain.
I don't want explanations. Are you happy, you as a Ugandan, with you sitting on our work? You as a Ugandan and you as the supervising engineer?
Yes, as the engineer who is
as a patriotic Ugandan.
We are doing the correct thing. It's just that you give us some time and we do the
No. We gave you work because remember the other time you were complaining, you had the problem of designs.
Yes.
That was in March 2023. We sat here. I remember going to the extent of going to that man, the Indian. We went to his office and got the designs and gave you.
It was in August.
2023 in March.
It was in August 2023.
March, whether August, but it's 2023.
Yes.
Now, since that time, really, 2 years. No,
it was 2024, last
2023.
year.
We supervised, I remember I had a meeting here. Can I have the minutes?
It was
Nicholas, no.
2024.
I am 2023. We were struggling to make sure that that road is done before NAM.
Honorable Prime Minister.
Ate tolimba.
Yes, limba.
Yogera ebintu byonna ng'omanyi nti by'oyogera biri ku record. Bwe naafuna ekituufu.
I am staking my life or my hand. And the contract The contract for Lot 4 was signed on the 21st of December 2023. We had 3 months of mobilization. That's up to March. That's when the startup meeting was conducted. We got a commencement order for Salama Road in May 2023. We had to procure subcontractors to do relocation of utilities. That's to say, to relocate electricity, to relocate national water, to relocate Uganda telecommunications, and police cameras. This, at least we gave them 3 months to start, and we started working from where they have finished. So if at all, we actively started working in August 2024. The contract was in December 2023.
For Lot 3?
No, that's for Lot 4.
Lot 4?
Yes.
What about the other lots?
The Lot 3, the contract was in, it was in April of 2023.
Engineer,
yes.
This Prime Minister is a field officer. What we have seen there is bad. There is no explanation that can succeed. Just promise the Prime Minister on behalf of your team that there is this that we intend to do better and move faster. Don't waste our time that we were given yesterday. The job, you can't even do forward maintenance from the main road. There are potholes all. What do you need to go to rockets to the planet to know that is what an engineer should do? There is something wrong. Just say, this is what we want to do. That's what we want here. We're not in a court.
Honorable Minister, my OB, we are seriously working, and we are promising that by June this year, we shall deliver 3 kilometers of
that road is not only 3 kilometers.
Yes, it is.
Mark my word.
It's 8.1 kilometers.
Yes. So you think we shall be happy with 3 kilometers?
No, the 3 kilometers will be completed, and we shall be working in series by October.
Please, if you don't have capacity, say binemie. For me, I cannot settle for 3 kilometers. I'm telling you, not in a bunch. The road is 8.5 kilometers.
Yes.
Now you promise 3 kilometers and you think I will clap?
Yes, in road construction, there's something called critical path. We have drainage, which we are doing. And when we finish the drainage...
that is part of the contract.
Yes.
You need a road.
Yes, the road now...
So for you wanted to do that road without working on the drainage?
The section which is going to be ready for the pavement layers is going to be 3 kilometers in June. And by October, we shall have the whole road tarmacked. By December, we are going to have the whole road with walkways, with lights, and the paintings.
But ask your boss to stop repatriating all the money. That is the one. That's the major problem that is causing a problem on that road. And if this is true, I am going to inform the government of China.
If the Prime Minister of Uganda sends me to go and say that, I'm going to talk like that.
Please.
So by December, I will be on that road commissioning it.
Yes.
June, we are commissioning 3 kilometers.
Yes.
Then in July?
We shall have 1 kilometer after that, 1.5 kilometers after that.
But by the time we do the 3, the rest will have had some forward maintenance. It should be motorable, not the way we are.
I am not going to give him even a week. Do forward maintenance as a must.
Okay, notice.
Please.
Do forward, and I will be there now every week. I will be on that road.
Okay.
Do forward maintenance.
That's noted. Please.
You are cheating us. That you are saving from us. That's taxpayers' money.
Then talk about industrial area. Industrial area roads, please. Because it's one of
industrial area roads. The contract was given in April 2023. And but we had a problem of designs. that we had to...
No, that one we solved.
Yes.
I remember I helped you to solve that problem.
Yes, which means that we started late, and then we have kept getting new designs. For example, now they have changed the design that we have a rigid pavement because that place is in a lowland and there's a lot of water. So we are having a section where we are preparing for a trial on the 7th Street. Well, we are supposed to deliver that board. Yes.
Let me inform you, Right Honorable Prime Minister, a big taxpayer has protested to government. There's a big taxpayer sitting in industrial area. And big taxpayer cannot access their offices. But as government, we are demanding taxes from him. Then they are telling us, you government, you can't even allow us access our offices, but you are collecting taxes, you want taxes. One of the biggest taxpayers. You don't know what is at stake.
They want to make our economy collapse.
Let me work on this road and assist this road because they don't know what they are doing. But just because you had the contract.
If I can mention, in the industrial area is the most difficult place to work in, given the built code.
Then if you cannot manage, say we are done, we can't manage, we get another contractor.
We have delivered.
What have you delivered? I was there yesterday, had gone to buy my tiles. I know what is happening there. You heap on somebody's business a heap of soil and you leave it there, shamelessly. You think we don't see? Suppose those were your businesses. Industrial area, like I told you the other time, is our economic hub.
Precisely.
It is an economic, it's the umbilical cord of our country. You had promised me last time that by December 2024, industrial area will be done. You were here. You promised on that microphone.
I promised basing on the original design which we had, but another design came in.
Engineer, tell us, you were here that time.
Yes, I remember. For me, Right Honorable Prime Minister, this contractor was given more than they can chew. They can complain about issues of design, they can complain about, but you better confess the job
now,
is to be.
I am going to refer this matter to the President. I think I've pushed enough. I have been lenient. You are pushing us to the corner. I'm referring this matter to Cabinet and the President. Switch on the mic so that we can record your statements.
Honorable Prime Minister, I can give an example of 5th Street. The original design was, it was 2 lane. Then another design came in that we widen the road and make it 4 lanes. Then we had to go back to do scope for the relocation of utilities, which we had already done.
But why do you, unless you don't have capacity? We were on that road in 2023. It's now 2025. You are still relocating utilities. Your supervising engineer for cases here is saying you don't have capacity. Talk about that.
No, if you give me a contract to build for you a 2-bedroom house, then you come back and say it's supposed to be... The issue is, I'm giving you the easiest example. The road was supposed to be...
Let the contract... No, let the child... Let him tell us.
Hello. Hello.
Ni hao.
Thank you. From the last time, I also here for...
Yes, you were here.
Yeah. Because, for us contractor, because a lot of side issues, not to say the one is because not to say the one issue the composition result. Because we have the capacity, because we have already worked in Uganda a lot of years. Even for me, I have the 20 years in working in Africa. Because we have the reputation, I have the confidence we can handle
I
this
can see you have a
very
problem of communication. I want you to put what we have talked about in writing. And I need this tomorrow. If not, I will come to your office to come for it. No, they should write to ED and give me a copy. I'm not the one supervising you directly. For me, I'm overall. You write to your supervisor. The woman who pays you is there. You write to her.
Honorable Prime Minister, we have a big problem of right of way in industrial area. We have underground electricity. We have sewer line.
You are going to put all that in writing.
So there are some of these things where you find...
Why do you sit on the job when you have all those other issues? Why do you keep quiet? Show us a letter where you complained that you had these issues and so you can't move. Tukoye. We are tired. We can't continue like this. We have the money. You have everything. No, we are tired. Even if you are a Ugandan staying in Kampala, you may feel it. You may not feel it because for you want them to delay because you are paid monthly. So for you want your contract to delay for long. But remember, you are crippling our economy. You are crippling our economy. The taxpayers are struggling in industrial area. I need a written explanation and give the timelines and also give us the way forward, recommendations, where you think we need to improve. And this must be tomorrow. Let's talk about another country. Engineer in Chief, do you have anything you want to tell us? Engineer Kitosa.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. Through my ED, my name is Dr. Habwe Gerald, in charge of right of way. I want to say something. Right Honorable Prime Minister, we were there December with you. We moved along places where we are going to put drainages, crossing to Nachifubo. All of the people there, Right Honorable Prime Minister, gave us right of way, but the contractor has failed to work within the timelines to minimize disruptions. We have perhaps who have asked for time the contract is going to take to finish and is unable to do the works. The capacity, I want to reiterate what he mentioned. This contractor has not demonstrated capacity to do works.
No, for me, let them give me the explanation. I take the matter to the president. That is your work, madam. No, you are the supervising minister. By the way, stop complaining in front of people. This is your work. This is your work. You are supposed to handle these people before we even come in. I'm supposed to get a report from you. Okay. I have heard that. Have you heard him? He's the engineer in charge of right of way. He's saying you have right of way. So your explanation does not hold water. Iya kalala akokafu.
What I can say, Right Honorable Prime Minister, where my
Tujisazem contract. We can cancel the contract.
The sensitivity of industrial area is such that if you raise anything like that, we can take a decision collectively, cause energy to come and do what they do, cause water to come and do what you want to be done. Just like you are saying, you have not done your part. But you are using this as scapegoats. And it can't, if it was somewhere in some industrial area, not Kampala.
Yes.
Like I said, Madam,
You say something as the engineer in chief.
Yeah, I pass those roads almost on a daily basis. But in terms of quality of work, the quality of work is acceptable. But the problem is the speed. They don't work on Sundays. They could have utilized working at night, So I think there's a lot of areas of improvement. And what is important is for them to be able to submit a revised work program. I think that is what is important going forward.
I'm directing you to be on them. Be on them from today up to when they give us the roads. You are the one in charge of roads in the whole country. The topmost. Please be on them. Can you improve at work even at night? You disrupt our traffic. Can't you work at night? You can't buy these lights to work at night. Where? No, okay, I will supervise at night. I saw some few boys putting stones in the gabion. I said now, because they heard the Prime Minister is coming here.
There is a place where the grader was almost knocking me. I think they told the Prime Minister is coming. So the grader was trying to put it.
I saw boys struggling with stones in the gabion, and it seems they didn't even know what they were doing. Stop being jokers. We are not here to joke around. We are a government. And if you are not careful, we shall cancel those contracts. We have the capacity to cancel them. Next.
I would like to mention is that the drawings which were given to them when you were there in our office.
Yes.
The drawings have not changed. The 5th Street is 4-laning, was given to us 4-laning. The 7th Street and 6th Street, which were rigid pavements or concrete floors, were given that time as concrete floors. So it is not changed anything there.
So you were deceiving. The consultant is there. Give us the roads. That's all. Give us the roads. You will never. He wanted my phone. I said I can't give you. For me, I don't talk with contractors. I don't. I don't need anything from you. What I want is a road. That's all. Now we are going to change the mode of supervision. Engineer, I want you on those roads every day. Engineer Kitonsa, I think you can sacrifice some few hours in a month and be on them. Engineer Wani, please help this new engineer in KCCA. He says 2 years. No, he needs support because you can see he's lamenting. Now, Executive Director, before you do any payment, make sure you have supervised you yourself and get convinced that what you are paying is there is value for money. Forward maintenance must start tomorrow. Forward maintenance is a must. Don't make our people suffer. They are maintaining their vehicles because for you, you are saving to take money. It's not good. Then, Madam Minister, have regular meetings with your people and the contractors. Regular. If it means weekly. You also need to go on site every week. And you must give us reports. I'm now requesting or asking or directing. I'm directing. The Prime Minister does not request. I'm directing you to write a cabinet paper so that we can talk about this in the presence of the President. Let's get their letter tomorrow to ED, then we write a cabinet paper for next week. Because the cabinet can direct that they stop there. Let's go to another contractor. ED.
a commitment from the contractors we've talked about on working at night to reduce jam. We have talked about it in 2 meetings. They said
it is a directive done. It is a directive. I have directed as the head of government business that you work at night. No, we are going to push them out. They should work at night. You don't even have time, even on Sundays. Have enough staff. And have enough employ enough machinery. Yes. It is done. Am I complaining again?
Now, we meet, we always meet these people, but I think this time they're going to listen to you. Otherwise,
if they don't listen, we can invoke the law.
For us, we meet as KCC.
That's breach of contract.
What they're supposed to do. But those parts roundabout, they have done their work and they have completed it. The other time, you remember when we went there, we also visited those people. But for them, they have completed. Why not you?
And remember, they were also saying they can't work at night.
Work at night, but
I said I pushed them.
All the roundabouts were done and now they are open. But
you are making our people waste a lot of time in a jam. And that's money. We are a developing country. You make us waste time in a jam. Is it intentional? Then let's go to another contractor, madam.
Okay, thank you, Right Honorable. I would like to call upon the supervising engineer for Chevando to tell us about Avis. Why did we have to reduce the road?
Why did you have to reduce the road? And yet you know that Avis, put the fence, that perimeter fence is in the road reserve. Why did you break it?
We have not compromised on the road width.
We are going to go back. And you know me.
Yeah, I know you.
We are going to go back to that place and put measurements. Because now, where will the pedestrians pass?
Yes, that is the area. Just not, the contractor shouldn't come up with claims for this right-of-way issues. That's the reason why we have done the asphalt. The walkway, yes, has to be done and will be done once KCCA speaks to the PAP and resolves that issue, and we go ahead and build.
Because now that road must have
a walkway.
A walkway.
Yeah,
where are they going to walk from? Are they going to pass through the?
Honorable Prime Minister, yes, you are right. But even though we have to balance both the sides, because KCCA is going to take some time to address the PAP issue there. So that's the reason why we said, okay, let's do the asphalt, let's do the road, and the walkway can be done after. Surely the walkway is going to come. But once the PAP issue is solved, the walkway comes there.
Can you promise us? Can you promise us when you are handling that,
engineer?
I think, like the consultant has explained, once the issue of the PAP is resolved, then in that space we shall be able to break the wall and make a provision for construction of the walkway. The challenge we have is that the PAP has to be, CGV has to come back with a position and then we can progress, because you can't allow us to.
In case the person to be compensated has refused the rate of the CGV, you take the money to court, but you cannot stall our work. Go and pay in court. Break the place and we move. That's the procedure.
Okay,
he goes to court. If he wins the case, they pay him. But you cannot stop our work. Let me ask you, madam, to handle that matter as quickly as possible, together with the other church, where they said, I saw a word, unless they kill God, that church. He has put the wire mesh in the reserve, and the contractor can't move. So let that wire mesh be pushed. And that must be tomorrow. We shall provide the contractor with the security. Then there is this corner. The corner as you enter. Please help me, I don't know those roads. I'm not from Kampala. I'm from the village, but at least I have a picture. Where we moved from the church on foot, that corner. There were people selling some merchandise here. That corner. We need it carved. So I directed the minister and you, Madam Edie, you go and see the owner of that land. Then the other place I remember that we saw is the sewage and the septic tank. And that the owner of that storage structure is very cooperative. I asked the executive director of National Water, and he sent me somebody here, an engineer. Where is he? National Water. Have you been to that structure? Way forward. Because we want to complete that road. Isn't that the road going to Natete? Yes, Wakariga. I talked about the level, remember?
Only ask if they can work with the neighbor so that we can take them down to Chivebulaya Road. We can channel the line.
No, you don't need to even think about it. Now I direct. You take that sewer line to Chivebulaya Road. Okay. I told the engineer, here, he is. Yeah. I am more of an engineer than you. I told you, sure, I can't go up. I remember telling you this.
Yeah.
Now the engineer from National Water is telling you that they can't push it up. So it has to go down. So let it go down. Let us have this done in a week.
Okay.
Because the road, they have already put asphalt. That now means you are going to use the reserve.
Yes, please.
And it is going to interrupt traffic. Push it down. Because, you know, that area, I'm told, it still has a number of septic tanks.
Yes.
We want to stop septic tanks in Kampala so that all the houses are connected to the main sewer line to avoid blockage. We were in Kawempe, everybody was complaining, my septic tank is full, I have nowhere to put. You remember? So we had to make an operation to help people during that election to remove the stuff from the septic tanks. People are dying internally. We shall get an outbreak of cholera. Yes?
In 2012, there was an earthquake in this chaotic country of the Rastas. The earthquake collapsed in Pontoon, please collapsed all the septic tanks in the city, and yet it was just 5 in the Richter scale. Is that how you measure earthquakes? Collapsed all the slabs. And by the time Muzei wanted to make a contribution, as a team was going, what killed the people most was cholera now, not the debris of the earthquake. Almost wiping out a certain big population of the city. So we are sitting on a time bomb in Kampala. Each person is keeping poo-poo in his compound. Everybody is keeping his poo-poo in his compound, keeping his poo-poo in. The day we get an earthquake here, God forbid, we're going to run into problems. So the earlier you start planning that we are connected to the main sewer line so that the poo-poo goes to the treatment plant, the better for the whole country and for generations to come.
So National Water, get in touch with KCCA engineers, get in touch with the ministry officials so that we have that problem solved.
Okay.
Now we had the other, I told a young man from NBS, are you there? There is that house. I want you to give to show it to us. Give a clip to those people. That house that was in the junction, Wakariga Road. Why haven't we done anything? The road has stopped this other side. There's a younger man from NBS. Yes, give those people your clip. Members, our lunch is ready, and I think this is the last one. But we also need to talk about the place that flooded. Kinawataka. Is that the Kinawataka?
Yes, Right Honorable Kinawataka, you pronounce yourself. I think the business now is in KCCA for implementation. My people there sometimes are a bit unruly. So KCCA must go and clear those houses which are sitting on the sewer line. Because if you looked at, you are not removing people who are sitting on the dry land.
No.
We are removing
these ones with temporary structures
that are sitting on the sewer line. And so that I mean, on the channel, the water channel, they just reclaim, put some soil on it, and so there are about 4 or 5 houses. That's the group.
No, they are even semi-permanent.
They are just Bamabati. So those ones should be the KCCA with the enforcement. We can talk to the IGP. I can undertake to talk to the IGP to link a group that will support them.
But I also wanted, because I want you, that is your road. Engineer Kitonsa, where are you with us? Kinawataka, you go back today. That road has got a culvert of 600 millimeters, 600, that crosses that road. If it's too big, it might be 900. Now, it cannot take. So can you, even if it means closing one line, and you open there, work on it, then close this here after it has maybe formalized, then you open the other side so that you open traffic again. Otherwise, the drainage in that area is a big shame. That's your road, Kitonsa. It's urgent. 2 people died there, I'm told. They were washed away by water. We don't want a recurrent of this. KCCA, you make sure that you have a caravan. I mean, you call them what? An excavator. To scoop that. But we also need to inform our people. Madam, you need to educate Ugandans, especially in Kampala, that garbage is a problem. The president talked about it in your presence. We need maybe to also do enforcement.
Right, Honorable, we have moved on that, and we had given Ugandans a deadline of today. As we talk here now, we have, even on that very channel, 2 people who have been releasing human waste and industrial waste into the channels have been arrested. But what we beg of you, and
but I also want to expand it.
Yes.
When you look at the other side up, it is too narrow.
Yes, and that's what I was explaining, where we'll need the help of Ministry of Works on that.
You have an excavator which you talked about.
Yes.
New. Can't you open and widen that channel?
Inside
so that by the time water comes down here, it is low.
Inside the channel we can. But the passageway, the passageway has to be cleared, because when big volumes come here, they should not fight in the middle for small space.
That's what I'm talking about. We're on the same page.
Thank you, Right Honorable.
So when will you do that?
Right Honorable, for us the opening, we are continuing. Even
no, it has just started raining.
Yes.
Now that it has started raining, can we have that place opened?
Yes, we can have it. These excavators will go back even tomorrow, because we just removed them yesterday.
Because now you said yesterday you had an excavator on site. It removed some garbage, but it is already full now. Why don't you open it up?
We promise the engineers and the ED, we shall visit the site and talk to the people around there and force them to leave that place, even if that's some...
You don't need to go and talk to people. Those who went there illegally, they should leave. Because you see, they put a structure on Kivera. They put soil in Kivera, and put a house on Chivera. You saw. I know some of you are looking for votes here, but not at the expense of people's lives.
But you are right, Honorable. You can't just demolish the house and someone tells you, I had a lot of money inside that house. So that's why we need to tell them you vacate.
No, I've told them you were there.
Yes, and I've already.
So I'm giving you 1 week.
Yes,
to have those people
we know we are
relocate.
going there. With this new regime, we are going to do something.
I want to request Hajat that the team, there are these 2 engineers, Engineer Kitonsa, and you know, Right Honorable, engineer is supposed to be confirmed by us as engineer in chief. So this is a test. It's a test. We want you to
That's
prove.
a very good point.
Yes. So Engineer Kitonsa and Engineer Wani. Engineer Wani is supposed to be confirmed by us to be the head of, the head of that, what is it called, that department? National Commission and National Road. So this is a test. The Prime Minister is testing you. If you cannot just manage Kinawataka, how will you manage Uganda? Because you are going to handle the whole country. So I want to propose that they join the team of the minister, even tomorrow, and go there so that you get a feel of what we saw, so that you can do interventions, which are, because like the Prime Minister said, there is an officer here who was telling us from meteorology. They are telling us in the next few weeks, we are going, Right Honorable, I am told by these experts, you people can reinforce what I'm saying. Because of the heat we had, it has sucked the moisture from the Indian Ocean to neutralize the heat that has been here. So these fellows are going to witness, each time we're going to have rain, it's going to be like a storm for some time. So we're going to have very stormy conditions for some days. So we must be prepared, because we have been warned by experts. So we must be prepared.
So the house I was talking about is there. I want to thank that young man. Where is he? Yes, but I wanted you to show the road. You show the road. You see, this other side is clear. That house was built in a road reserve, as you can see. It was built in the road. You can see that is a box culvert that is supposed to drain. That's the drainage. So the road is in the road reserve, and the contractor cannot complete that junction because of that house. I direct you, KCCA Executive Director, to pay that man, and he goes off. We want that house demolished in a week, so that that road can be, because CCC is one of the good contractors we have had in this country. All the roads that have been given to CCCC are usually completed in time. But it's because of that house that that junction is not done. Okay, thank you so much, members. Do we have any other contractor? CCC, do you have anything to tell us? You only want that house out of the way. Which other contractor? China State? Do you have anything to tell us? We are happy with your work. No, if these ones are failing, we give you their work. China Railway 18, we are very disappointed.
Right, Honorable, we take this opportunity to thank you. This was a...
We have a working lunch.
It was
It is already
important
served.
that we visited. Right, Honorable, I was out of the country, but I was always disturbing my ED, what is taking place, what is taking place, what is taking place. And he was always giving me report that we are doing this and this. And I'm happy she did some work with her team. Thank you very much, ED. And even before we were supposed to visit, but when you always also said we are going to visit with you, we said since we have Majegere, let's go with her. But others had arranged to go there today and tomorrow. But I want to promise you that by tomorrow we shall revisit those areas where we have been, and we shall do whatever we can, and we'll give you a report in a week's time. And we thank
If we complete all these roads,
I also want to
Kampala will be
thank
motorable.
my honorable minister here, my brother here, and I'm also so disappointed with your team. I cannot say I'm happy because I've always talked, but since now the Prime Minister has done it, I think this should be the last time we are talking about your works. Otherwise, industrial area has been a problem for so many years, and I've visited several times, but nothing changes there. In fact, that big man reached a time and told me, can't we do that work ourselves?
You have reminded me, madam. Now that the engineer in charge of right of way has, can I say, has made my work easy. You were bringing excuses, and all your excuses have been made irrelevant. What comment do you have now? Tell us the comment you have.
Thank you, Honorable Prime Minister. Honorable Minister.
All your excuses.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would be glad to thank you for the time you have given us, and I promise that we are going to get back to the drawing board and we improve, and we are going to make you proud. We are going to make Kampala shine.
You said you have been in Uganda for 2 years. Which other roads did you work?
No, not 2 years. It's already 12.
12 years. Where did you work?
The first project is Muzito and Pusia. My first project is in the Muzito and Pusia.
Musita, Busia.
To Pusia. That's near the out of the Jinja.
Yes. Whereas, but we are struggling with soils. A lot of, soil. Can I say? When you move on that road, even, some of us who have lead cars, it's a lot of dust. Why? You did not work very well on the drainage system and the access. It's already like a soil. It's like a Maram road. I hope you are not going to do the same here. I have always complained with Engineer Kitosa and Engineer One. This is the man. Which other road?
The other road is Navy.
You are the one doing Nebianwe?
Yeah.
They are the ones doing Nebianwe?
Yeah, also we already done hand over some use in the project.
Maybe I have not been there.
We also have Tororo to Busia.
We're looking at the possibility of the
Tororo to Busia, it's stalled. It is not moving. So that road has been, you have been working on that road for the last 4 years.
Yeah, that one is a poor one. That's a bad example.
You should not have talked about that one. It's bad. No, you don't move.
No. Right now it's moving on site.
No, I used that road when we had the was it Independence Day? That one is a bad one.
I just from
no. Work on Salama.
But that road also is still in the construction period.
Busia?
Yes, it's still in the construction
4 years.
No.
It was an RDC in that place. I'm a villager. That place, you have nowhere. The Nebi, the other Nebi road, I know Nebi. If these are the ones who are making us suffer with potholes from Karuma to Nebi, hope they are not the ones.
We also did USMED in Gulu, in Kitugum, in Hoima, in Fort Poto, in Kasese.
But why are you failing to do anything here? Are you working with the opposition to make people hate government? Because we are fine. If you worked on those roads, and Hoima is good, by the way, it's a city, roads are really good. Why are you failing here? We demand an explanation. Hope you are not in bed with these other people. to make a government look funny. In Hoima NRM says everything. Now you are telling us, are you in bed with the other side of the coin?
Right, Honorable
Prime Minister,
the Chinese knows what it means to hobnob with opposition. In China, you will be taken to Nambole and shot.
Can I ask?